What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, with another edition of Where, Pick, and Dare, where I pick games for the various games that are occurring tomorrow. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, basically whatever games I want to pick, I will pick them. With all that being said, on with the video. NBA. Philadelphia 76ers versus Boston Celtics, Game 2. So this is the part of the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Celtics lead the series at 1-0. So the Sixers have a 20.7% chance to win, and the Celtics have a 79.3% chance to win. This game's at Boston. For injuries, for the Sixers, Embiid is out, and for the Celtics, Harper Jr. is a game time decision. For stats, the Sixers have more points per game. Celtics have higher field goal percentage and more rebounds per game. Assists per game is even. Sixers have more blocks per game and steals per game. These stats are pretty close, so I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think the Celtics will beat the 76ers tomorrow. Portland Trailblazers versus San Antonio Spurs, Game 2. This is part of the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Spurs lead the series at 1-0. The Blazers have a 17.6% chance to win. The Spurs have an 82.4% chance to win. This game is at San Antonio. For injuries, for the Blazers, Lillard's out, and for the Spurs, McLaughlin and Jones Garcia's out. For stats, the Spurs have more points per game, have a higher field goal percentage, more rebounds per game, assists per game. Blocks per game is even, and Blazers have more steals per game. These stats are pretty close, so I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think the Spurs will beat the Trailblazers tomorrow. Houston Rockets versus Los Angeles Lakers, Game 2. This is part of the first round, the NBA playoffs. The Lakers lead the series at 1-0. The Rockets have a 49% chance to win. The Lakers have a 51% chance to win. This game is at LA. For injuries, for the Rockets, Durant's a game time decision, and Adams and Van Vliet are out. For the Lakers, Reeves and Doncic are out. For stats, the Lakers have more points per game, have a higher field goal percentage. Rockets have more rebounds per game. Lakers have more assists per game. Rockets have more blocks per game, and steals per game is even. These stats are pretty close, so I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think the Lakers will beat the Rockets tomorrow. College baseball. Georgia Bulldogs versus Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Um, let's see. Georgia, it is 5 in the nation, 32-9 record, and Georgia Tech is 3 in the nation, 32-7 record. So this game is at Truist Park, so in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's in the Brave Stadium. I mean, like, so yeah, so that is going to be that could be a big game. Now, like, yeah, well, I mean, technically, like, Truist Park is in Cumberland, Georgia, so like, it's not in Atlanta, but it's in the Atlanta area. It's in a suburb of Atlanta. But like, it's going to be this could like, this could be a big game. I mean, top five, like the two big like Georgia schools are both in the top five in baseball, and they're playing in the Brave Stadium. That could be a highly attended game. Now, while it's probably like closer to Tech, it's Georgia. Georgia is a significantly larger fan base than Georgia Tech. I mean, it is just a fact. I mean, I think there's gonna be more Georgia people there than Georgia Tech fans there. I mean, that's what I think. Just due to like the size of each fan base in that state, and it could be a big game. I think due to that home field advantage, and it's a midweek game, so generally not like your best pitchers are going to be in that game because a lot of the really good pitchers are generally safe for a weekend series because of postseason impact. So this could be a good batting game, I think. And with Georgia having the batters they do, I think Georgia will beat Georgia Tech tomorrow. Nebraska Cornhuskers versus Kansas Jayhawks. Nebraska is 20 nation, 31-9 record. Kansas is 16 nation, 29-11 record. This game is at Kansas. So yeah, this could be a good game. Like very closely ranked teams, but with the home field advantage, I think Kansas will beat Nebraska tomorrow. MLB. Cincinnati Reds versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Reds have a 48.7% chance to win. The Rays have a 51.3% chance to win. This game is at Tampa Bay. For pitchers, for the Reds, Chase Burns has a career ERA of 3.84, WHIP of 1.23. And for the Rays, Steven Matz has a career ERA of 4.19, WHIP of 1.3. So that's good pitching for Burns, not really good pitching for Matz. Now for injuries, for the Reds, so Josh DeMount is on a 7-day IL. Alex Young is out. Jose Trevino's a 10-day IL. Nick Lodolo and Caleb Ferguson are on 15-day IL. For the Rays, Ty Johnson's, Austin Vernon, Josh Rooney are on 7-day IL. Garrett Clevenger and Joe Boyle are on 15-day IL. For stats, um, the the Rays have a higher batting average, have more runs, more hits. Reds have more home runs. Um, Rays have a higher on base percentage, slugging percentage, ERA. Uh, Reds have more walks plus hits per inning pitched, more walks, more strikeouts, opposing batting averages even. So yeah, so these stats are relatively, well, I mean the stat that's a big, like the runs, the total runs, that's definitely a big like runs, hits, that's big. Like the other ones, probably a little close, but the runs and hits difference, that's a big freaking difference. And the team ERA, like a whole difference of one, like that, like that's gonna now. And pitching is gonna, like, a lot of times gonna have a bigger effect than the batting differences. So I so despite the home field advantage that the Rays have, and obviously it looks like their offensive advantage, I think with the pitching advantage, I think the Reds will beat the Rays tomorrow. Milwaukee Brewers versus Detroit Tigers. The Brewers have a 59.6% chance to win. The Tigers have a 40.4% chance to win. This game is at Detroit. For pitchers. For the Brewers, Kyle Harrison has a career ERA of 4.3, WHIP of 1.3. And for the Tigers, uh, Keither Montero has a career ERA of 4.47, WHIP of 1.32. So not really good pitching for either team. So yeah, for injuries, for the Brewers, Jared Koenig, Craig Yoho, and Quinn Priester are on 15-day IL. JB Bukaskas is on 7-day IL, and Jackson Corio is on a 10-day IL. For the Tigers, Scott Efros, Tyler Owens, Troy Watson, and Dugan Darnell are on 7-day IL, and Bailey Horns on 15-day IL. For stats, the Tigers have a higher batting average. Um, Brewers have more runs. Tigers have more hits. Brewers have more home runs. Higher on base percentage. Tigers have a higher slugging percentage. Um, Brewers have higher ERA, more walks plus hits per inning pitched, more walks, more strikeouts, uh, higher opposing batting average. So yeah, these stats are relatively close. And the pitching, like for the starting pitchers, was not really that great for either team. So I think home field advantage is going to be a big thing here. So I think the Tigers will beat the Brewers tomorrow. Pittsburgh Pirates versus Texas Rangers. The Pirates have a 56.9% chance to win. The Rangers have a 43.1% chance to win. This game is at Texas. For the pitchers, for the Pirates, Carmen Mlodzinski has a career ERA of 3.1, WHIP of 1.27, and for the Rangers, Kumar Rocker has a career ERA of 5.26, WHIP of 1.48. So that's good pitching for Lazinski. Not really good pitching for Rocker. For injuries, for the Pirates, Dominic Fletcher, uh, Anthony Solomedo are on 7-day IL. Jared Triola's on 10-day IL, and Jared Jones and Sean Sullivan are on 60-day IL. For the Rangers, Robert Garcia's day-to-day. Carter Baumler, Luis Cravelo, and Chris Martin are on 15-day IL, and Cody Freeman's on 10-day IL. For stats on the Pirates have a higher batting average, more runs, more hits, more home runs, higher on base percentage, slugging percentage. Rangers have higher ERA. They have more walks plus hits per innings pitched. Uh, Pirates have more walks, more strikeouts. Rangers have a higher opposing batting average. So yeah, these stats seem like a little close. Um, Now the Pirates do have more runs and hits. That's like the one with the bigger difference comparatively, and with like Rocker's ERA compared to Lodzinski's, that might play a role. So despite the home field advantage that the Rangers have, I think with like the defensive advantage and pitch advantage, I think the Pirates will beat the Rangers tomorrow. And that's it for picks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my picks. Do you agree with them? Do you not? If you have different picks, you can put them in the comments. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for listening, and look forward to the next video.